Hello everyone, this is Sonic Goon, coach of the Weyard Wailord here for week 7 of SKL, season 9. This week my opponent is Nerf, coach of the Spheal with it, and it's Gen 6 and this guy drafted Clefable. I lose. There's no way of me winning this because he has Clefable, and Clefable is the best Pokemon in this entire generation, and then people decide to say that this generation's good. But, I don't know, people hate Gen 8, and Clefable's ruling that shit, and, like, it ruled here too. Why do people call this gen good? I don't know. 100% accurate, Klefki, fucking T-Waves. Bullshit. Get this out of here. He also has Gyarados, which is run so many different sets with this season, so I have no idea. But also, this match is completely pointless. Regardless if I win or not, he is first seed in playoffs, so he's just gonna bring. He told me that he's gonna bring memes, and then I was just like, I have to try anyway because if I want to not end 0-7. Yeah. So things to worry about. Clef, Gara, Alakazam's really fucking scary. Mon's stupid, has always been stupid. Psychic is still a very good type, even though it hasn't hit the same brokenness as it did in Gen 1, but Mon's is dumb. Then he has Flygon, which I don't really care about. And then Jirachi, literal Satan. I hate that fucking Pokemon. It's the best Pokemon in DPP OU. For a reason, it beats every single fucking Pokemon with Scarf, Iron Head. You literally don't click any other fucking move with that Pokemon. There's no reason not to click Iron Head with Jirachi at all unless you're clicking rocks. Like, this Pokemon's fucking stupid, I wish it was never made. I also wish that Shureen Grace wasn't created because it's probably the most broken ability, other than Regenerator. I would say those two abilities are just ridiculous and probably should get significantly nerfed. Venusaur is really good, especially since he has Ninetales, so that Sun option that he can always have, which is just super scary, and I have to worry about that. Thundurus is dumb because it has Prankster, but then also has Defiance, so like if I defog away his hazards, he just switches in Thundurus, and now he has physical Thundurus with +2 attack, which is hard to deal with. It's fast, it hits hard, Electric's a fantastic type, so yeah. Snorlax is surprisingly good, very bulky, not really on the physical side, but the special side, and has a crap load of HP, so you're gonna basically have to play the long game and toxic it, install it out, and hope that it doesn't have rest. If it has rest, then you have to basically just hit it more than it can rest and kill it. Rhydon, probably one of the most solid low-tier rock types. Eviolite actually makes it bulkier than Rhyperior, and it can even take. It might even be able to take some water moves that Rhyperior wouldn't be able to. Rocks, clicks EQ, clicks Rock last, and then I don't know what else. The last move would be Toxic. Who knows? Hitmonlee's actually a threat and a half. It actually sweeps my entire team. Cause like I'm pretty sure it gets Poison Jab. I know it gets Blaze Click in later generations, but I think it gets Blaze Jab. No, Blaze Jab. Poison Jab this generation and like even before then. So it's like it's not just like a simple answer of just like go into my Whimsicott and click Stun Spore, and then Burden is not a factor anymore because it just poison jabs when I switch into Whimsicott, and then Whimsicott's dead. And I'm pretty sure Nerf is the kind of player that would definitely want to just win like that, just get rid of my Whimsicott right then and there, because that enables so many Pokemon to just win, especially that Flygon and Gyarados are two Pokemon that get super enabled to win right off the bat right there if Whimsicott's dead. So just kind of looking at his team, the Pokemon I'm expecting to bring are like Clefable, Gyarados, Flygon, Jirachi, and then Venusaur and Ninetales, or swap out Clefable and bring Hitmonlee. I think those are just some things. Those are just like the things that screamed out to me. So like, I have ways of dealing with Snorlax, so that I do have like Scizor, Mega Scizor that kind of just blows through this Mon. And then Monza, I'm thinking, oh, Monza beat that. Jirachi is right there. So yeah. So the first Pokemon I actually built was Dugtrio, because there's a lot of Pokemon on the team that are grounded that I just want to get rid of. Namely Ninetales and Jirachi. if I get rid of these two, if either of these two Pokemon, I'll be in such good shape for the rest of the game. Mostly because I hate Jirachi. Jirachi's been the bane of my existence since I first played competitive Pokemon. Literally, like, one of my first games on Smogon's ladder on Shoddy Battle when I was like 9. I got 6-0'd because every single Pokemon on my team flinched to death from Jirachi Ironhead. So I've hated this Pokemon ever since, and I just really want to trap it, get rid of it, and, you know, make the world a better place by removing it from the game. Next is actually Rocky Helmet Staraptor. I'm going with the bulky option that I said in my way back in the draft recap, just because I think that this is actually quite the week to bring it, because Jirachi Ironhead doesn't want to get constantly whittled down by Rocky Helmet. Snorlax doesn't want to get whittled down by Rocky Helmet, and Hitmonlee does not want to click stabs against this flying type. So I can actually 1v1 the Hitmonlee kind of decently well. Let it kill itself basically by hitting my Rocky Helmet while I spam Roost. Spam Roost or U-turn out there just to, like, let it take its own damage. U-turn out, can go into something that's a little bit faster than it, and then kill Hitmonlee. Next is Whimsicott. I'm actually running Chlorophyll Whimsicott to kind of, like, surprise him with his own son, if he does indeed bring it, because I was expecting, like, him to, like, have Ninetales out. He goes into Venusaur as I, like, go hard into, or if I already have, like, Whimsicott out, he goes into Venusaur, just, and then Psychic, Expert Psychic, I think, does around 870, around there. It's probably, like, less, like 60 to 70%, I think, around that range max. So I was like, oh, I just have to hope that I can just chunk this Venusaur on the switch in, because I don't really have any real legit ways of dealing with it other than that, because it's Venusaur, and, like, I'm pretty sure uninvested EQ one-shots Heatran, and then he runs HP Fire. Or I think, actually, he just runs Weather Ball. I'm pretty sure he already had Weather Ball at this point and kills Scizor. Next is Banded Cloyster. This is literally just here to click moves and die. So just, like, if I lead and he doesn't, I don't think he has a Ghost type. Yeah, he doesn't have a Ghost type. But I don't think he's going to switch into a normal resist. I'm just going to blow up in his face and just die, and whatever he has out in front of me just dies with me. Hopefully it's Clefable. Yeah. Next is Heatran. I probably should have ran Rocky Helmet Heatran to have, like, that double Rocky Helmet, because then that would really help me against Jirachi and Snorlax and Hitmonlee. Because if Hitmonlee doesn't have, like, a super strong fighting stab, or he might even run, like, reckless high jump kick and miss me, which would be great. But then we're opting for the Air Balloon because I don't really have anything to really deal with that Flygon. And, like, this kind of sits in front of the Flygon and forces him to go for another move to get rid of my Air Balloon, so I can, like, potentially burn it or just do a lot of fucking damage with it to it with, like, Flash Cannon or something. And then last but certainly not least, we have Pursuit Scizor. This is to deal with Alakazam, because I'm pretty sure Alakazam dies to max attack, neutral nature, Bullet Punch anyway. So I just Pursue Trap it and it dies, and then I don't have to deal with the Alakazam. And then Pursue Trapping basically anything else just to get some chip is just a really nice option. Running max speed, so I outspeed, like, some of his slower mons, especially if he doesn't have speed investment on his Gyarados. Just so I can, like, U-turn out there and get into something that can deal with the Gyarados right then and there. Alright, to hop right into this match, he actually brings a lot of not the mons I expected him to. I didn't actually expect him to bring Snorlax at all, so that was a very huge shocker to me. And then he also brings Stun DT and Flygon. But I was very cognizant of him bringing Jirachi, Hitmonlee, and Gyarados. And as I said earlier, he did say he was going to meme, so I have no idea what these Pokemon are doing, because, like, I can't even really expect standard sets against this guy, because he's gonna be running some random shit. So here I just lead Cloyster because I'm like, I can just let him die. So I shard the Thundurus, and yeah, Cloister's dead, but it did a lot to Thunderous and made it take Life Orb recoil. That's great. So I'm forced to go into Whimsicott here because he went Flygon, and I clicked Moonblast. And then Staraptor comes in because I have nothing really to take these physical hits, and he crits me with Double Edge. So yeah. And he's Custap buried Snorlax, so I have no way of like knowing that, and there goes my way of dealing with Jirachi, so I lose. But here, you know, I'm just gonna make sure I don't get 6-0, go into Doug Trio, get that nice kill. Here, I just go for the rocks as he flamethrowers me. And then I Sucker Punch just to get some chip on him. And die to Earth Power because he's special Flygon. And I'm forced him to go into Whimsicott again. And I go for another Moonblast. And now he gets to just kind of click Iron Head or U-turn. He U-turns out here because there's no reason to even go into Iron Head. At this point, I've pretty much lost. As he reveals that he is indeed like a weird special Gyarados set. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Ancient Power Boost, but this is basically just a dead Heatran. I can't switch into anything reliably. And here, I think this was actually a roll. Like, even uninvested Scizor should have lived this with, like, barely any HP. And I would have probably killed it with U-turn. So I have to, you know, Stun Spore here. And Moonblast just to get the kill, so I get the... So I don't lose, you know, 5-0, I lose 4-0. And then I miss a Stun Spore again, just as it adds insult to injury. So yeah, I got memed on. I didn't even really get to see what the hell his Hitmonlee set was. So that's probably like normal gem fake out or normal gem rapid spin, something like that. Because then that activates Unburden and then he just sweeps from there. Or even like Power Herb Curse. Not Power, White Herb Curse. I've seen that used as well. It's actually a really cool set. Yeah. GG's. You know, didn't get the win, unfortunately, but I had 6 other games this season that I could have gotten it, especially that first week where I could have gotten a win, but just choked it away again. So yeah, 0-7, kind of, yeah, this is the worst option, worst result I've ever had in a draft league ever. I've never not won at least one game in a season. So yeah, but even then, this season I had to actually play against some of the best battlers known, and some of them I actually got pretty close to winning, and then like either hacks or the flame body got in the way. So you know, I can't really be upset. I played terribly this season. I also not in my element because I relearned Mons in Gen 7, and then I'm still learning Mons in Gen 8. I did not play Gen 6 at all. And I don't really enjoy playing Gen 6. I don't like the changes that the not changes that they hadn't implemented yet, but have implemented in future generations. And I just like the new items that they make. And like everything gets defog in Gen 6 or Gen 7, which is phenomenal. Removing hazards is so easy in Gen 6 or 7. Like in this gen, it's just like half of my team. Like, half of these Mons on my team actually learn a removal option in Gen 7. Like, Whimsicott, Rotom, like, they learn Defog later, and I just don't get... like, removal in this generation beforehand is just so bad. So, like, Hazard Stacking was just so OP against pretty much any team. So, yeah. I don't think I'm ever going to enter a single Gen 6 league or tournament or anything in the future. I mean, I don't really enjoy playing this, and I also don't think I'm not good at this. So I should probably just stick to what I know, which is the later generations and then Gen 4 OU. So yeah. See you guys next time. This is the last SKL video, and also it's the end of the Weyard Wailord. I'm retiring the name after this season because we got 0-7. I think this is the best. This is probably the only way I'm going to be able to go out with this team name. And I'll probably never use it again. So yeah, bye-bye.